on a night where we will see a three-way dance, a tables match, ladies action, a steel cage match, as well as two enemies teaming up to take on a greater rival. This is DrHooksMalone here with you for IWF episode 18. 1 week away from going big in Japan, as well as the Texas Death Match. Tonight, three superstars will look to gain momentum, as in 1 week they will step inside the vicious, deadly Hell in a Cell in fatal four-way action. Welcome to the Thunderdome with DrHooksMalone, the War Zone. The IWF episode 18. As a first, we're gonna see Dr. Blood Money in the Bank, Dr. Lucha MD, set for one-on-one action against one of the Disciples of Darkness, that being the Dark Rider Ghost. Tonight, Dr. Lucha looks to settle his score against the Unholy Alliance, as it were the Unholy Thanos, the leader of the Unholy Alliance, that drove Dr. Lucha MD's poor brother, the Maverick Flyboy Volar, through the top of a Hell in a Cell with a Tombstone Pile Driver, viciously injuring him. Dr. Lucha MD's nurse, Infirma, she will accompany him to ringside tonight. Infirma, of course, upset as she had to nurse Volar back to health. Infirma recently becoming the focus of the attack of the Coven, led by the unholy bride-to-be Victoria Lovecraft, the fiancé of the leader of the Unholy Alliance, Thanos himself. Also in the Coven is the Mexican Swamp Witch, Dahlia La Lorna, she who will stand in the corner of the Dark Rider Ghost, as the Dark Rider takes on Dr. Lucha MD one-on-one here tonight. Dr. Lucha MD embroiled in a friendly rivalry with his rival, that is, his friend, La Parca Del Muerte. Dante De La Muerte taking exception. However, tonight, that rivalry will have to take a backseat as Dr. Lucha MD will go one-on-one with one of the Disciples of Darkness, the Dark Rider Ghost. Dahlia La Lorna recently making an offer to Dante De La Muerte, the man in the ring right now, awaiting the arrival of Dr. Lucha MD. It's Dante De La Muerte. Dr. Lucha MD, he was set to go one-on-one with the Dark Rider Ghost. However, now, Dante De La Muerte, and now Dahlia La Lorna joining him at ringside. This must mean that Dante De La Muerte has accepted the offer of Dahlia La Lorna. Now on the attack on his former friend, Dr. Lucha MD. Dr. Lucha MD defeating Dante De La Muerte as well as 5 other men in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Dante clearly taking exception, attacking who seems to be his new rival and joining Dahlia La Lorna. And that must mean that Dante De La Muerte is now in line with the Unholy Alliance, led by the Unholy Thanos, the man who will be in action up next as he takes on one half of the World Tag Team Champions in the South City Kings, Elijah Jordan. It were about a month ago that the South City Kings were embroiled in a bitter rivalry and feud with the Disciples of Darkness, Warlock, and the Dark Rider Ghost. Elijah Jordan, headstrong and foolhardy, ran headfirst into the unholy Thanos, attacking him. However, Thanos seemingly hypnotizing Jordan, taking away his will to attack. Jordan frozen in his place. Now Jordan looks to redeem himself as he wants to go it alone, telling his partner to stay in the back. Elijah Jordan running headstrong into battle once again. Looks to take out the leader of the Unholy Alliance, the Unholy Thanos himself, as he will be accompanied by his fiancée, Victoria Lovecraft, the woman holding the ashes of Thanos' recently deceased wife, the mother of Rachel Reyes. As the unholy Thanos betrayed his own flesh and blood for pleasures of the flesh, the Goliath, the Leviathan, subject to the seduction of the feminine wiles.
Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Victoria Lovecraft, representing the Union from wherever he wants. Weighing in at 366 pounds,
the unholy Thanos, being accompanied by the leader of the Coven and the Unholy Alliance herself, Victoria Lovecraft, holding the ashes of the recently deceased wife of the Unholy Thanos, the mother of Rachel Reyes, as well as so much power here in the IWF, casting a dark shadow over everyone and everything.
Just Saxton's commentary. It's a good
Can anyone ever rise up against this type of power? Elijah Jordan, one half of the tag team champions. He will attempt to take down the unholy Thanos here tonight, one-on-one, without the help of his partner. That's now the unholy Thanos awaits his opponent. One half of the tag team champions in the South City Kings, finally getting their opportunity and coming out on top. A month ago, the South City Kings victorious in the tag team championship match at Blood Money.
And his opponent, representing the Knights of the Round Table from the South Side, weighing in at 215 pounds, one half of the World Tag Team Champions, E.J. Elijah
Jordan, one half of the South City Kings. He's going to go one-on-one with the unholy Thanos here tonight in some kind of attempt to prove himself. Elijah Jordan, with balls of steel, stepping up to the plate against the Goliath, as we are 1 week away from the South City Kings attempting to defend their tag team championship against the number one contenders, the Pretty Boy Express. Tony Pretty Boy Valentine and his partner Max Xavier will attempt to regain their championship as they face off against Chris King and Elijah Jordan, the South City Kings. Tonight, Elijah Jordan looks to gain momentum with a win over the unholy Thanos. And he perhaps looks to do the impossible as the Goliath is smashing this young man right now, making short work on the South City King. Nails Elijah Jordan with an uppercut. Elijah still in the match, comes back with a spinning kick. Can Elijah Jordan, one half of the tag team champions, come out on top? Nails a frog splash. The unholy Thanos down on the mat. And EJ going to work now on this massive superstar. Victoria Lovecraft watching on as her fiance is being choked out by one half of the tag team champions, Elijah Jordan, working over a man 3 times his size. And now Thanos dropping Elijah Jordan with that neck breaker. EJ in trouble now. Gets smashed down into the mat. The unholy Thanos regaining control over the much smaller competitor. One half of the tag team champions, Elijah Jordan, being taught a lesson now by the leader of the Unholy Alliance as he looks to hook up a bear hug, but EJ escapes. Elijah Jordan now. Snapmare's the big man with a knee into the back. EJ gonna look to fly. Slingshots in, drop kick to the big man. The unholy Thanos is reeling. Whipped into the corner now. The Leviathan. The Goliath getting tossed around now. SEJ. What the hell? He went for a Pele kick and the unholy Thanos. Now, a drop kick and now comes off the top with a diving headbutt. The unholy Thanos going airborne. Elijah Jordan kicking out
by the skin of his teeth.
with the determination of will to continue. Elijah Jordan hits a handspring into a Pele kick. The unholy Thanos down on the mat, in trouble now. Elijah Jordan driving the knees into the midsection, now down for the pin, but only gets a 1. The unholy Thanos down on the mat now. At the mercy of Elijah Jordan, locking in a chin lock. Trying to do some damage on the big man, maybe keep him down on the mat. However, the unholy Thanos spikes Elijah Jordan into the mat with a Saito suplex. EJ goes for a drop kick, but it's blocked. Shaken off by the monster. And now, the unholy Thanos dropping Elijah Jordan face first on the turnbuckle. Goes to hook up another bear hug. But Elijah Jordan escapes once again. Can Elijah Jordan, one half of the tag team champions, overcome the unholy Thanos here tonight in the Thunderdome with DrHooksMalone as he nails a huge DDT. The unholy Thanos is down, but no, he kicks out Elijah Jordan, reaching into his bag of tricks with that DDT. Now goes back to the snapmare, knee into the back. EJ, he's gonna have to hit something big. Now on the outside, mocking the unholy Thanos, Elijah Jordan.
Stop gloating and put your attention back to the match.
Setting up the Goliath, slingshots in, went for the drop kick, but Thanos averting it. Scoops up Elijah Jordan once again and tosses him to the outside like a sack of trash. Elijah Jordan smash into the mat, the thin mat on the outside, but he's up like a flash. That was a DDT on the unholy Thanos. Elijah Jordan showing his guts. But now he's going to get choke slammed on the outside. Elijah Jordan running at first into disaster on that occasion. And now gets spiked into the thin padding on the outside. With a Saito suplex by the unholy Thanos now. Waiting for Elijah Jordan to get back into the ring.
Heads out of the ring. What's next?
The unholy Thanos. He wants to get the win inside the ring.
Closing in.
As now the Goliath sets up Elijah Jordan, but he escapes. The unholy Thanos in trouble now at the hands of Elijah Jordan, but no, he gets a knee into the midsection. But EJ comes back with another DDT. Spiking the unholy Thanos skull into the mat. Elijah Jordan could go for another drop kick. He nails it. EJ, he's got the unholy Thanos down. Does he have him now? No. The massive, monstrous Goliath, the unholy Thanos, able to kick out on that occasion. Elijah Jordan taking the monster to the limit here tonight. If Elijah Jordan, he went for another, and the unholy Thanos had it scouted once again. That Pele kick, unable to connect. As the unholy Thanos came in with a split-second drop kick. And Elijah Jordan, one half of the tag team champion, just got spiked into the mat. But now up with a dragon screw leg whip. The unholy Thanos back down on the mat. Can EJ come out on top? Whips him down with a zigzag. Victoria Lovecraft watches on as Elijah Jordan climbs to the top rope. Beckoning the unholy Goliath to his feet. But Thanos catches him. Last ride power bomb. Elijah Jordan gets spiked into the mat. And now a short arm clothesline. Shades of Jake the Snake Roberts. The unholy Thanos tripping out Elijah Jordan in the center of the ring. Locking on the DTF lock. And forces Elijah Jordan to submit. What a match here tonight in the Thunderdome on IWF. The unholy Thanos being taken to the limit by one half of the tag team champions. Elijah Jordan nearly defeated the unholy Goliath on so many occasions. However, Thanos able to come out on top. Just too strong on this night was the leader of the unholy alliance, Elijah Jordan. Bring all his heart and determination and all the fight he had. But it was not enough on this occasion, being forced to submit to the will of the unholy Thanos, the Leviathan of the IWF. The leader of the unholy alliance, victorious here tonight. As his fiancée, Victoria Lovecraft, watches on. The unholy Thanos picks up another win here on IWF. With DrHooksMalone, I'd like to thank you for joining me for what is sure to be an amazing night of action. As up next, the leader of El Sindicato, Damian Rodriguez, frustrated with his very own team. After losing the $1 million match at Blood Money, Damian Rodriguez has been on a warpath, looking to punish each member of El Sindicato individually. Last week, we saw him take on and take down, unfortunately, Crazy Carlos, in spite of the interference of the Monster Perez. Damian Rodriguez says that he will punish the Monster Perez on his own time. However, for the time being, he's been sent back to solitary confinement. Damian Rodriguez and his girl, Rosalicia, the leaders of El Sindicato. Rosalicia, the half-owner of the company, and the daughter of the Monster Perez, getting him out on work release in order to be the bodyguard of Damian Rodriguez. However, the Monster Perez, just another member of El Sindicato, looks to take his punishment in 1 week's time. When the Monster Perez, he will be released from solitary confinement and will finally get his hands on the man he hates the most, his would-be son-in-law, and Damian Rodriguez. Damian Rodriguez and the Monster Perez will go one-on-one in 1 week in a Texas death match. But up next, Damian Rodriguez looks to punish Young Dirty Diaz, one of the members of El Sindicato, as they go one-on-one. Rosalicia will watch on from ringside as her man looks to punish his very own teammate. As now we see the arrival of the most devastating force we've ever seen in the IWF.
Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Rose Ali Tia from San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing in at 317 pounds, Damian Rodriguez.
This match has the potential to
Damian Rodriguez, the leader of El Sindicato. It would be difficult for one to say that Damian Rodriguez were not the greatest IWF heavyweight champion of all time, holding that title for over a year before being defeated at Blood Money by J Money, Jamal Jones, the only man able to defeat Damian Rodriguez and take the World Heavyweight Championship. Tonight, the champion, Jamal Jones, he's going to square off against one of the high rollers, Ronnie Flash Valentine, as they look to see who's the head of the table, who is the table in a tables match. J Money and Ronnie Valentine later on, as now Damian Rodriguez looks to take out Dirty Diaz in one-on-one action. Says DrHooksMalone, I'd like to thank my friends. First of all, Thriller, go check out TCW, where you'll see Spike Tonic. Go say hi from DrHooksMalone to Thriller at TCW. Like and subscribe today as Dirty Diaz makes his arrival.
The Syndicate from San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing in at 197 pounds, Dirty Diego Diaz.
Dirty Diego Diaz looking to take his punishment. Can he overcome Damian Rodriguez? And what would it mean for the career of young Dirty Diaz if he could defeat the leader of El Sindicato and perhaps the greatest champion of all time, Damian Rodriguez, here tonight when they go one-on-one? As I'd like to remind you to check out the TWC at Fight Universe. Like and subscribe to Fight Universe to get in on TWC action, as well as Southern Smoke Wrestling. Go like and subscribe to SSW to see some high-quality videos. And go check out Gaming Alternative Media Entertainment, where you'll see the FMW and more. And see the NEW, Non-Stop Extreme Wrestling, with great content. And make sure you check out VWE TV as Dirty Diaz looks to gain an early advantage. Wants to pick up a quick win here tonight over Damian Rodriguez, the leader of El Sindicato, down on the mat now at the hands of his very own partner, Dirty Diaz. So I'd like to remind you to check out Clinton's War Productions. Clinton's bringing you the OWF and so much more at Clinton's War Productions. As Dirty Diaz He has got dominated into the mat, and now the Omen lock is locked in. Diaz in trouble early, but he escapes. Dirty Diaz knows the effect of that Omen lock, as it has defeated so many superstars, but now Diaz now's a DDT. Rodriguez down on the mat in trouble. As Dirty Diaz now breaks the face. Diaz, of course, he's gonna stoop to any level to take down the leader of El Sindicato here tonight. As I'd like to remind you to check out Tio's Gaming channel, where you see some great superstars created by Travis Oliver and Tio_S Gaming channel, as well as Blaze Radio. Go see Blaze and the awesome friends over at Blaze Radio. And make sure you check out the ASPW Network. Big show coming up for the ASPW Network. Go check it out, like and subscribe. As well as Calvin Ricks, where you'll see the House of Bricks. Go like and subscribe to Calvin Ricks today. Make sure you check out the United Fed Wrestling Network, as Damian Rodriguez nearly puts away Dirty Diaz. I remind you to check out the United Fed Wrestling Network, as well as RHW Network. Go see what Grim's doing over at RHW Network. What great superstars and shows at RHW Network. And go like and subscribe to Ryan Steele to see the Steel Academy Showcase with System X and more. With a special thank you to Citizen Monk, Zeno Fun, Big Chuck, David Brewer, and all my friends. Thank you so much for joining me for IWF Action. If you have any ideas or inspiration, any suggestions, leave me some post-show comments, where I will make all your dreams come true. As now Dirty Diaz works over Damian Rodriguez. Now's a pile driver. Does he have him? Rodriguez is down. No. Dirty Diaz comes within a hair, within an inch of defeating the leader of El Sindicato. Here tonight on IWF, 1 week away from Damian Rodriguez having a showdown with the Monster Perez. He's gonna attempt to punish the Monster for the loss at Blood Money, as now he's supposed to be punishing Dirty Diaz. Damian Rodriguez gets a hip toss, now climbing up top. Misses the moonsault. Diaz gets out of the way. In control, the former champion. Dirty Diaz beating down Damian Rodriguez as Rosalicia watches on. Diaz stomping away on the arm, stomping away on the hand now. The former champion Damian Rodriguez, the leader of El Sindicato. He wanted to punish Dirty Diaz, but now he's in trouble. Wait. Goes for the knee, but Diaz gets out of the way. Damian Rodriguez nails the clothesline into another. Gonna try to squash the competition. Knee drop into the face. Dirty Diaz in trouble on the mat now, as Rodriguez breaks away at the face. Diaz escapes the pump handle, gets a bell clap. Rodriguez in trouble now, whipped into the corner. Here comes Dirty Diaz with that clothesline to the back of the head. Does he have him? Dirty Diaz. No. And Dirty Diego Diaz coming within an inch once again of defeating Damian Rodriguez. Can he do it here tonight? He misses the guillotine leg drop. Rodriguez now. Oh my God, suplex into a sit-out power bomb. but Diaz, he's still with it. Takes the arm down. Rodriguez going face first into the mat, but now both men up. Back and forth they go. But Diaz snaps the face of Rodriguez into the mat. But now Rodriguez back with a roundhouse, down for the pin. Nearly puts away Dirty Diaz with a roundhouse from the ground. Damian Rodriguez and Dirty Diaz trying to tear each other apart here tonight on IWF as Rodriguez looks to punish a Sindicato member. Rosalicia watching on as her man goes to work, now setting up the Omen Lock. The Omen Lock is applied once again. Diaz must submit. Damian Rodriguez victorious once again. Successful in his bid to punish Dirty Diaz. As 2/3 of his teammates in El Sindicato have been defeated, Damian Rodriguez looks ahead to face the Monster Perez, locked up in solitary confinement. And how hungry will the Monster be when he's released from his cage to face the man that he hates the most, the man that's been holding him as an indentured servant all this time? Damian Rodriguez, the leader of El Sindicato. But wait, how could the Monster Perez is here? He was supposed to be locked up. Rodriguez caught off guard. Rosalicia now gonna try to bargain with her father. Rosalicia distracting the Monster. Rodriguez back up to his feet. Scoops up Perez, but Perez escapes. The Monster Perez nails a huge power slam on Damian Rodriguez, breaking out of maximum security prison somehow. How could he be here? Now catches the leg, power bombs Rodriguez. Rosalicia trying to control herself, but now Rodriguez gets that spinning back kick. Rocking the brains of the Monster, goes for another. Perez ducks it, but then Damian Rodriguez nailed the third spinning back kick. The Monster Perez arriving here, attacking his rival. However, Damian Rodriguez knocking him out with that back roundhouse kick. Can the Monster Perez overcome his oppressor, the man that's been holding him down all these months? Damian Rodriguez, when they square off one-on-one next week on Texas Deathmatch. But up next, we're going to see one of the participants in the fatal four-way Hell in the Cell that will take place on the same event at Texas Deathmatch in Purno. The evil father of Devin Gabriel, looking to take out the mentor of his son here tonight. It was in Purno, Victor Gabriel, that so viciously and brutally murdered the mother of Devin Gabriel, the goddaughter of Bruiser McGinnis. This match, a grudge match for the ages as Bruiser McGinnis and in Purno, they will be locked inside a steel cage. There will be no interference at the hands of Curve or Devin Gabriel or Christopher Cameron, the men that will face in Purno inside the Hell in a Cell tonight. In Purno will be locked in a cage with the Irish Bruiser as Bruiser McGinnis and the Satanic Priest go one-on-one.
The following contest is a steel cage match. Making his way to the ring from the pits of hell. Weighing in at 285 pounds, the Punisher.
The WWE Universe already reaching a fever pitch upon their
El Inferno,
seconds away from a
Victor Gabriel, the father of Devin Gabriel. Last week, Inferno was victorious in a match against the emo prince Christopher Cameron, the man that he will face inside the Hell in a Cell, along with Curve and Devin Gabriel. However, at the end of the match, Devin Gabriel made his presence felt, running in and attacking his father. Curve, standing in the corner of Inferno, turned on his associate, seemingly attempting to help Devin Gabriel. And one can only guess the motivations of the sick and psychotic Curve.
Let me take this opportunity to say happy Thanksgiving to all of you.
One couldn't possibly believe the sadistic sociopath Curve could feel any remorse or empathy for Devin Gabriel for bringing his murderous father, El Inferno, here to the IWF in the first place. However, we'll find out when they're locked inside a cell, as Inferno, Curve, Devin Gabriel, and Christopher Cameron will step inside the doublest structure at Texas Deathmatch in 1 week.
Weighing in at 307 pounds, Bruiser McInnes.
Bruiser McGinnis, the old Irish Bruiser, the mentor of one Devin Gabriel, stepping in after the disappearance of Inferno at a very young age of Devin Gabriel, teaching young men the ways of wrestling. That's Bruiser McGinnis, the well-experienced veteran, now looks to gain some revenge over the man that murdered his goddaughter in a satanic ritual as a sacrifice.
Thanksgiving was considered one of the biggest nights of sports entertainment, and that tradition continues here tonight.
Now, all these years later, these two men finally meeting face to face. Of course, Bruiser McGinnis fooling everyone, tricking Inferno by dressing up as his own alter ego, El Castigador, and turning the tables on him, arriving at Blood Money. But then Bruiser McGinnis, distracted in the match, El Inferno was able to kick the head off of Bruiser, thus injuring him. McGinnis making his return here tonight. Now looks to take out Inferno, but he's locked in a deadly STF inside a steel cage. As in this cage match, it will be escape, pinfall, or submission. But there will be no interference by the family members, Devin Gabriel, or his former best friend Christopher Cameron, or even the psychotic Curve. They're all locked out. Bruiser McGinnis taking control over his rival Inferno, pounding him down into the corner, making him pay for his sins, looking to punish the man. Smashes him into the mat with a sit-out power bomb. Bruiser McGinnis gonna climb the cage as Inferno tries to reach his feet. Can the old Irish Bruiser make his great escape? Clearly not, as Inferno gets the electric chair. Inferno, a vicious and deadly competitor, sometimes seemingly impervious to pain. able to withstand so much punishment as we saw in his debut as El Castigador. He was tossed twice off of the Hell in a Cell and still got back to his feet. Now, he looks for a quick escape as Bruiser McGinnis struggles to make it back to his feet. Inferno atop the cage, able to escape the wrath of Bruiser McGinnis, who is forced to watch his rival Inferno escape the cage here tonight. Inferno, that weasel, making a quick escape from the steel cage. He will not be able to do so in 1 week's time when he steps inside the Hell in a Cell against his son, Kevin Gabriel, as well as his rival, Christopher Cameron, and the man that we thought was his ally, the psychotic sociopath Curve. Now Inferno, with all the momentum, after defeating Bruiser McGinnis here tonight, looks to take out his son in 1 week at Texas Deathmatch. Also in 1 week, we're going to go big in Japan, where the massive Mighty Man Mountain Yoshihana will finally get his opportunity one-on-one against Sumo Joe at Big in Japan. Of course, slightly less big, but still enormous. It's the massive, monstrous disaster, the hired hitman for Xavion. Xavion, the crown jewel of Platinum Productions, along with his girlfriend, Jada Clubber Lane, forming an alliance recently with the High Rollers and Queen Crystal, half owner of the IWF, throwing their power and their weight around as the disaster debuted last week victorious over the Madman. Now Xavion and the disaster look to take out two friends of the Madman. However, these men, they can't stand each other. The Candyman, Sweetness, and Trey Preston, both vying for the attention of the Louisville Slugger, Finchy Baleska. Last week, they were victorious over Hammer and Steel and the Grapplers. Then peacocking after the match, attempting to get Finchy's attention. Finchy was disinterested. However, now Finchy is the thin line, a very thin layer of glue holding these two superstars together, keeping them from attacking each other. As Trey Preston and Sweetness try to keep it together, can they coexist when they take on the massive disaster along with the Nigerian prize fighter Xavion? Jada Clubber Lane in the corner, watching on as Finchy Baleska accompanies Trey Preston and the Candyman Sweetness. Can Finchy Baleska and Jada Clubber Lane keep their hands to themselves tonight as their two teams face each other in tag team action? Xavion and the Disaster teaming up for the first time against two men that can't stand each other. Sweetness and Trey Preston, the Texas Gunslinger, in action here tonight in the Thunderdome.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, accompanied by Finch Baleska at a combined weight of 593 pounds.
The tension building for this match is so thick.
And don't let their nonchalant demeanor fool you. These two men at odds, hate each other's guts, forced to team up here tonight against a greater rival. Finchy Baleska keeping these two men together
This is gonna be
in order to square off against the rivals of the Madman, Xavier and the Disaster, doing their best to force the Icon into retirement. Teaming up to form a force to be reckoned with.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 804 pounds.
You are looking at a team that delivers a tag clinic
JC Platinum
but tonight might be their best
investing all of his money in his crown jewel, in Xavier. The Nigerian prize fighter Xavier now teams up with the massive and mighty Disaster in an effort to destroy the Madman once and for all.
Turkey as we prepare to kick this match off momentarily. You know what, guys?
Can they take down his friends here tonight?
Two other people I'd rather spend Thanksgiving with.
As in 1 week, as long as the Madman's ready to return, the Madman will go one-on-one with the Disaster. Once again, can the Madman overcome this mega massive gargantuan? As now, Sweetness and Trey Preston, can they keep it together? Xavier holds a huge victory over Sweetness. Can Sweetness get that back here tonight with the help of the massive, monstrous Disaster? Disaster whipping Sweetness into the corner, tagging in his partner Xavier as they go to work on Sweetness. Sweetness wisely going to the leg of the massive Nigerian prize fighter as Pinchy Paleska watches on her team of the Gunslinger. Trey Preston as well as the Candyman. Sweetness. Two men that can't stand each other. Team up. Now the Disaster looks to squash Sweetness. Two count only as Trey Preston is able to make the save. Xavier and the Disaster not taking too kindly. Xavier whipped outside as Disaster looks to powerbomb Preston. Tosses him down with an alley-oop. Preston going face first into the mat at the hands of this monstrous gargantuan superstar who tosses Preston to the outside. The Gunslinger in deep trouble. The inside's rocked of Trey Preston as Xavier looks on at his opponent. Sweetness down inside the ring. The Disaster and Xavier asserting themselves here tonight. Jada Clover Lane, the Chicago prize fighter, the Queen of Clubs, watching on from the outside. As Sweetness attempts to make a comeback against the Disaster. Trey Preston gonna return to his corner. Can these two men get it together? Sweetness goes for the back kick, but has little effect on the massive Disaster. Now, with the punches, once again having little effect on the gigantic Disaster. Sweetness can't seem to knock the big man down. As Sweetness, now he goes for the leg. Perhaps he can have more success going for the legs of the Disaster. Sweetness with shots into the gut. Clotheslining the Disaster, finally knocks him off his feet and clubs the big man down. Trey Preston gonna try his luck against the gargantuan. The Disaster in trouble. The Gunslinger. He wanted to go for that Gunslinger kick. But now he gets whipped into the corner. The native Texan, Trey Preston. He'll be happy to return to his home state next week in Texas Deathmatch. However, tonight, he seems to be in a life and death situation against the Nigerian prize fighter and the massive Xavion and the massive Disaster. Xavion trying to choke out Preston. Sweetness went for the save, but Disaster takes him out. Xavion down for the pin again. This time Sweetness does make the save. What a match here tonight. Xavion tosses Sweetness outside the ring. Preston back with a flying clothesline, takes down the Nigerian prize fighter. Xavion coming back with a knee into the gut. Now, Xavion uncharacteristically coming off the ropes with that flying clothesline. Goes for a headbutt, but Preston is out of the way. Preston with a flying DDT. Takes down the massive prize fighter, Xavion. Struggling to get to his feet as Sweetness makes his way in. Xavion now setting up Sweetness. Power bomb, smashing his opponent into the mat as Xavion tagging out to his massive partner. The newest acquisition of Platinum Productions, JC Platinum, investing in this massive and mighty giant who squashes Preston in the corner. Now down for the pin. Nearly defeats the Texas Gunslinger. Trey Preston down on the mat. Big avalanche splash. Preston's out. The Disaster squashing the competition here tonight as Preston and Sweetness are unsuccessful. Sweetness and Preston far more interested in vying for the attentions and the affections of Vinci Valeska than being successful as a tag team, easily overcome here tonight by their monstrous opponents, the Nigerian prize fighter Xavion and the Disaster, the members of Platinum Productions, victorious as Preston and Sweetness must reassess their goals. Xavion and the Disaster victorious. Will the Disaster be able to overcome the iconic legend once again as he squares off against the Madman in 1 week? As next week, we're not only going big in Japan, we're going to go big in Texas, and everything's bigger in Texas with a Texas death match. As up next, A+, the minion, as it were, of Johnny USA. A+, the Harvard graduate, the valedictorian, joining the ranks of Johnny for Greed. A+, clearly looking to make some quick money from the spoiled Richie rich little bastard, Johnny USA, the brother of Americana, rejecting his sister for her choice of lifestyle. Americana abandoned by her family. now looks to gain some revenge over his brother by defeating her minion A+. Or his minion, that is A+. Johnny USA offering A+ up to sacrifice, as it were, against his sister Americana, the super athlete. Can A+, the Harvard graduate, come up with a brilliant plan to overcome the super athlete Americana here tonight? Of course, Americana suffering her own problems at the hands of her ex-girlfriend Cutie Pie, defeated last week on Ladies' Night when Cutie Pie teamed up with her mystery partner. Of course, the former IWF champion stripped of the title. Cutie Pie unavailable for comment. Now, only two clowns, Cutie Pie and some mystery woman, replacing her spot. Next week, we will begin the Women's Championship Tournament to crown a new IWF Women's World Champion. However, tonight, A+ will take on Americana one-on-one.
Johnny USA from Boston, Massachusetts.
A matchup like this, it's one that the locker room is wanting to see. It's one that the WWE Universe
A+, Alexandria Graff, the valedictorian, clearly taking that nickname, as she tended to get A+. A+, pluralize A+, has now A+, squares off against her rival. A+ recently becoming the manager of Menage a Trois, Candy Casey Douglas, beautiful Britney Spirit, and luscious Laura Jackson.
And from the good old USA, the All-American Anna.
Americana ready for war, making her arrival in her tank. As tonight she takes on A+. Recently aligned with Menage a Trois, Candy Casey, beautiful Britney, and luscious Laura. However, tonight, Menage a Trois will be of no help to A+. As in her corner stands the brother of Americana, Johnny USA. Americana would love to get some revenge over her brother here tonight with a big win over his minion, his manager, A+. Americana struggling to maintain her friendship with the Louisville Slugger Pinchy Valeska, formerly best friends. However, Americana's relationship problems with Cutie Pie due to her dissociative identity disorder has cost Americana so much and caused so many problems. A rift in the friendship between Americana and Pinchy Valeska. But now Americana squares off one-on-one with her brother's chosen opponent, A+, who just eats an elbow from the top rope from the super athlete. Americana nailing a moonsault and a huge elbow drop. A+ down on the mat at the hands of the All-American girl. Now winds up with a huge right hand. Did she knock out A+? 2 count only as Johnny USA watches on. His manager, his lackey, now going to work on Americana. A+, not quite the athlete that Americana is. However, she is brilliant between those ropes. perhaps the highest IQ in all of the IWF. A+ brings quite a bit into battle here tonight. Big right hand flattens A+ once again. Americana back in control. Trying to make an example out of A+ right in front of her brother. A+ with rights and lefts. But now eats a jawbreaker at the hands of A+. A+ with the schoolgirl. Now's the power bomb. What a move. The Harvard graduate using her brains. However, gets caught in the skull. Perhaps that rocked the brain of A+. Getting whipped into the corner by Americana. Hammering down on A+ with shots of fire. Taking her frustrations out. Aimed at her brother on A+ as she tosses her with a beautiful German suplex. A+ now up on the second rope. Americana, that is, excuse me. Americana missing the uppercut. A+ gonna gloat over nothing. A+ with cheap heat, so to speak. Goes to work once again on Americana, using the hair. A+. Vicious as they come. Will do anything it takes. With unique offense. Whipping the leg out. Now setting up Americana for the educator. The educator is applied. But Americana escaping. A+ now struggling to get to her feet. Americana calling her to her feet. But A+ catches her. A+ setting up Americana with a pump handle into an A-bomb. 2 count only. Americana kicking out of that pump handle A-bomb. As now A+ goes back to work on the All-American super athlete, the sister of Johnny USA, watching on from the outside. A+ looking to show off for her man Johnny. As now she works over Americana on the outside. On that thin padding, 6 degrees of separation from concrete. A+ tossed back in the ring, very sportsmanlike from Americana. Going back to her bread and butter with the wrestling. Now going for a pin. Nearly pins A+ off of a stomp. A+ in deep trouble. Clearly out of her depth. As the super athlete is just showing off now. But A+ coming back with a roundhouse to the head. A+, she wanted to lock on that educator, but Americana, she avoided it once again. Springboard misses. Americana eats the mat. A+ dazed. And both of these women confused. Call me Matthew Botchamania. As now A+ eats the mat on the outside. Americana with a German suplex once again. Americana now in trouble once again. Harvard graduate hits a red, white, and blue thunder bomb, using Americana's own finisher against her. Americana dazed now as A+ regains control of her facilities in the ring. Americana scooped up by A+ once again and gets dropped down on the mat with an interesting version of the atomic drop. Now Americana regaining control, hooking up A+. Northern Lights suplex connects. A+ in trouble down on the mat. Americana beckons A+ to her feet, but misses. The springboard of no effect as A+ drops the elbows. And now A+ trying to show off, but misses the leg drop. Americana, this is her opportunity. Goes for the leg. Perhaps Americana setting up for the ankle lock. But now she's going to put it all on the line up top. Excuse me. The shooting star press connects. Americana down for the pin and gets the win. A+ is defeated here tonight in a Alma match as Americana topples her rival 1 week away from the Women's Championship Tournament. Can Americana rise to the top and rise to the occasion and become the new Women's Champion? We'll have to find out next week when the Women's Championship Tournament begins. To continue through the month of October, it will be settled on Halloween.
The All-American
As Americana celebrates what Princess Kong, one half of the ladies tag team champions. Princess Kong, also plagued by Cutie Pie, the existence of the clowns. Princess Kong, perhaps looking to get inside the head of Cutie Pie by attacking Americana. Princess Kong looking to take out Americana. Flattens her with that Sabat kick. Goes for another back chop. Americana fighting for her life. Johnny USA watching on as his sister is in trouble. Princess Kong attacking Americana after the match, trying to get inside the mind of Cutie Pie ahead of their tag team championship unification match also next week. As up next, we're going to see a tables match. 1/3, 1/4 perhaps of the High Rollers. Ronnie Flash Valentine. He's going to take on the IWF champion, J Money Jamal Jones. There's been a lot of talk about tables recently. Head of the table. Who is the table? Tonight, we look to find out who is the table, I suppose, of the IWF in a tables match. As the Bleach Blonde Mafia Don, the head of the New York Mafia Syndicate, Ronnie Flash Valentine, vying for power in the High Rollers. Of course, the leader, Ace Gold, he'd have something to say about that, along with the Prince, Romeo Adonis, brother of the owner, the half-owner, that is, of the IWF, Queen Crystal. The power struggle in the IWF stronger than ever. After the win at Blood Money, the High Rollers rolling high. Ronnie Valentine recently buying the contract of one Espectro Azteca, the Super Lucha Libre superstar from El Rey Diablo. Of course, J Money Jamal Jones, the rival of Ronnie Flash Valentine, clearly taking umbrage to the idea of something similar to slave trading.
Making his way to the ring from New York, New York, weighing in at 242 pounds, Ron E.
Ronnie Flash Valentine treating Espectro Azteca as if he were somehow less than human, buying his contract from El Rey Diablo. In some kind of coup, attempting to force Espectro Azteca to join the High Rollers, remove his mask, and be groomed to join the team. However, Espectro Azteca, embroiled in his Aztec heritage, refusing to join the High Rollers. Now Espectro Azteca, far from the arena, as Ronnie Flash Valentine fears the repercussions of his actions. However, he may have much more to fear in the shape of his opponent here tonight, the IWF champion, the man that he teamed up with at Blood Money in the $1 Million match, J Money Jamal Jones. Ronnie Flash Valentine and Jamal Jones in a tables match.
At 271 pounds, the International Wrestling World's Heavyweight Champion, J Money Jones.
Jamal Jones, the Jamaican Olympian, the only man able to defeat Damian Rodriguez after a year-long title reign. Jamal Jones, the experienced veteran, will now take on a man that he knows very well in Ronnie Flash Valentine. Ronnie Valentine holding one win over his former friend J Money, gaining a pinfall victory in order to force J Money to become a member of the High Rollers as they squared off against El Sindicato in the $1 Million match. And some might say that the IWF champion Jamal Jones was the wild card that led the High Rollers to victory in the $1 Million match. However, getting very little credit from the High Rollers themselves, now turning on their former partner as Ronnie Flash Valentine looks to take out the IWF champion. Of course, some personal greed will come into play as each of these men, they want to be the champion, they want to be the man. J Money Jamal Jones, the IWF champion, in trouble now at the hands of his former friend, the Bleach Blonde Mafia Don, the New York Nature Boy. And now Espectro Azteca making his arrival. But Ronnie Valentine attacking Espectro Azteca. J Money dies but misses. Ronnie Valentine on the attack on the Luchador Espectro Azteca, but Espectro after Valentine. Ronnie Valentine owning the contract of Espectro Azteca. And now Espectro, he was banned from the arena, but he just got involved. What does this mean for Espectro Azteca? As now the champion Jamal Jones sets up the table. J Money and Ronnie Flash Valentine, hearing all the arguments of who is the table, who is the head of the table. J Money and Ronnie Valentine embroiled in their own argument. Look to find out who is the table side, I suppose, of the IWF. As Ronnie Flash Valentine takes on J Money one-on-one in a tables match. Nails the DDT on the champion. And Ronnie Flash Valentine get the win here tonight, and perhaps establish himself for a future title match Of course, the #1 contender, Sumo Joe, foregoing his championship match, postponing as it were, in lieu of a rivalry, a grudge match that he must settle with the massive man mountain Yoshihana. When we go big in Japan, it's going to be Yoshihana and Sumo Joe one-on-one. Now Ronnie Valentine trying to get the win over the IWF champion Jamal Jones. Can J Money come out on top here tonight and prove himself to be the head of the table or the table? I don't know, something about tables. As Ronnie Valentine looks to eliminate the champion. Slams his face into the table. J Money and Ronnie Flash Valentine fighting it out. J Money hits the bankroll. Goes for a submission. However, there will be no submission in this match. You must drive your opponent through the table, the wood. Jamal Jones dragging Ronnie Flash Valentine about the ring. But Valentine fighting back. Can Valentine defeat the champion here tonight? It looks to be so. As Ronnie Flash Valentine suplexes the champion through the table. Jamal Jones, the IWF champion, defeated in a tables match here tonight. As Ronnie Flash Valentine proves his point on this occasion. That he is the head of the table, something about tables. Ronnie Flash Valentine picking up the win over the IWF champion, and clearly that will earn him a future championship opportunity. But up next, we're going to see the main event as three top superstars square off in an attempt to gain momentum on their way into the Texas Death Match, where these three men will square off against one other man inside the vicious, devilish steel structure known as the Hell in the Cell. Devin Gabriel, the man in the center, the victim of so many mind games over the past few months, of the six psychotic sociopathic, that is, and strange curve. The man to the far left, Curve, with the cerebral assassination, as it were, of Devin Gabriel, bringing in his former best friend, the man to the far right, Christopher Cameron. Of course, Cameron feeling remorse over his actions after his girlfriend, Cat Scarlet, spending a bit too much time with the sociopath. Curb not only playing all the mind games against his rival Devin Gabriel, but also attempting to steal the girlfriend of the emo prince Christopher Cameron. Maybe he's going to give him something to cry about. But tonight, in the triple threat, a three-way dance, that is, Devin Gabriel, Curve, and Christopher Cameron will square off in the main event. Who can come out on top and gain momentum on their way into their Hell in a Cell match, where Devin Gabriel will finally get his hands on his very own father, Inferno.
The following contest is a triple threat match. Making his way to the ring from Stone Mountain, Georgia, weighing in at 245 pounds, Devin Gabriel.
And guys, this looks to be a match.
Devin Gabriel, the Dark Angel of Redemption, if you will. making his rival here. Always seeking redemption from his troubled past.
Especially considering what this day has meant to this industry over the years.
Devin Gabriel victorious in the main event of Blood Money over his rival Curve. Can he equal that feat here tonight in the main event of IWF in the War Zone, just 1 week away from going big in Japan, as well as the Texas Death Match, where he's going to have to step inside the Hell in a Cell against this man.
Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 268 pounds, Kurt.
The sick, sadistic, sociopathic, psychotic, and strange Curve making his arrival here tonight. Curve attempting to form himself a sick family. However, all the members clearly betraying him very quickly. Now Christopher Cameron looks for revenge against Curve for attempting to steal his girlfriend. And nothing makes good friends like common enemies. Will Devin Gabriel and Christopher Cameron put all their differences aside and unite against the forces of evil? And how does Curve fit into the rivalry of Devin Gabriel and his father Inferno?
From small town USA, weighing in at 202 pounds, Christopher Cameron.
Christopher Cameron, the emo prince, the longtime boyfriend of Cat Scarlet, 1/3 of the Coven. Cat Scarlet recently spending a bit too much time with Curve in the minds of the emo prince. Can Christopher Cameron regain his manhood, as it were? Cameron attempting to prove a point here tonight, taking on Curve, as well as his former best friend Devin Gabriel, trying to gain momentum on their way into the Hell in a Cell. And who will come out on top? Can the emo prince pull off the upset of a lifetime here tonight? Or perhaps in 1 week when he steps inside the Hell in a Cell, as Gabriel now delivers the big stomp into the ribs of Cameron. Curve, now the victim of a double team, and believe me, he deserves it. Double stomp into the guts of Curve as well. Devin Gabriel taking a page out of his mentor's book in Bruiser McGinnis with that stomp. Gabriel whipped into the corner, as now Cameron eats a turnbuckle. Curve and Gabriel squaring off, these two rivals, with a grudge match for the ages. At Blood Money, Devin Gabriel came out on top of Curve. Can Gabriel do the same here tonight? And what will happen in 1 week when these three men step inside the Hell in a Cell, along with Devin Gabriel's very own devilish, murderous father, and Inferno in a fatal four-way at the Texas Death Match? Now Devin Gabriel tossed across the ring. The sick, sadistic, sociopathic, and strange Curve stomping away on Devin Gabriel, now raking the eyes, as Christopher Cameron gloats in the corner with nothing to gloat about. Devin Gabriel gonna escape the fireman carry. Scoops out the legs, now going for that Stone Mountain Crab. The Stone Mountain Crab applied. Curve in trouble now. The Calgary Devil curve. Able to escape. Now going for a stomp. Curve stomp. Spikes the face of Cameron into the mat. Now he's going for another. But it's an emo cutter. The emo cutter cuts off Curve. Spiking and face first into the mat with a DDT. And Christopher Cameron, the emo prince, now with a low blow on his former best friend. Senton bomb delivered. Christopher Cameron vicious in his attack, goes for a stomp from the top. Does he have him here? Devin Gabriel down for the pin. No, Christopher Cameron. Upset. Then his former best friend Devin Gabriel was able to kick out there. Now setting up Curve. Curve in trouble. Locked in the chancery. Can Cameron get the win? No, Curve escaping. These three superstars with such history look to settle their differences inside a sick, devilish structure. But now Curve gets the atonement. Devin Gabriel got control. No, Curve able to kick out. The atonement. Not enough to put away Curve here tonight, as it was at Blood Money in the main event. Now Devin Gabriel up to the top rope. Twisting senton connects. Curve in trouble on the mat as Cameron makes his way back into the ring. Devin Gabriel and his rival Curve going to war now as Curve. It's a beautiful dynamite kickstand suplex. Now setting up Christopher Cameron, who escapes. Taking out the legs. Wise move at the hands of the emo prince. As now Gabriel gets a knee into the face and trips out Christopher Cameron. The Stone Mountain Crab applied. Stone Mountain Crab. Christopher Cameron must submit. Devin Gabriel, for some reason, releasing the hold out, down for the pin mercifully. Gonna put away his former friend, but Cameron kicking out. With heart and determination, Christopher Cameron continues to fight. This three-way dance rages on. Devin Gabriel nails the atonement. Christopher Cameron down on the mat. No! Cameron able to kick out. And what heart on the part of the emo prince, but now Gabriel eats a curve stomp. The sociopathic Curve now with another curve stomp. That has to be all for Devin Gabriel. Devin Gabriel will gain no redemption here tonight as his rival Curve defeats him with the curve stomp. Christopher Cameron now squaring off against his former mentor, the man that he trusted. Now Curve trying to steal Cameron's girlfriend. Can Cameron overcome the sick, sadistic, sociopathic, and strange Curve in the main event? 1 week away from the Texas Death Match. Curve, Christopher Cameron, Devin Gabriel, and Devin's very own father Inferno will square off inside the devilish Hell in a Cell structure. But now Curve going to work on his former protege, the emo prince, Christopher Cameron, eating the steel steps at the hands of the Calgary Devil, already defeating his greatest rival, Devin Gabriel, here tonight. And the Stone Mountain native must return to the back and prepare for his Hell in a Cell match 1 week away. Heads down the side-cutting curve. Gloats in the ring, awaits his opponent, Christopher Cameron. Cameron now with a reversal into a reverse DDT. Can Cameron come out on top? Snapmare, spin kick, perhaps knocks out the Calgary Devil. Does Christopher Cameron have it? Oh my God, Christopher Cameron with the upset of the century, overcoming his former mentor, the man that brought him back to the IWF and then betrayed him, the Emo Prince, gaining a huge measure of revenge over Curve here tonight. Curve defeating and eliminating Devin Gabriel. However, the Emo Prince, Christopher Cameron, gets the pin and the win here tonight. What an upset. In a 1,000,000-to-1 win, Christopher Cameron comes out on top. As I'd like to remind you to check out all my friends' channels at DrHooksMalone YouTube channel, where you can see all the past episodes of IWF, Super Lucha Libre, Ladies Night, and so forth. If you have any suggestions, leave a post-show comment or contact me. Next week, of course, we know that Sumo Joe postponed his championship match to settle the old score, the grudge match, as Sumo Joe and Yoshiana, they're going to go one-on-one when we go big in Japan. Unfortunately, Spunky Douglas, she was injured by Yuta Abe on this past episode of Ladies Night when they went one-on-one. Spunky Douglas will now be replaced as Hikari must find a tag team partner to square off against Yuta Abe and the Great Shibata. Who will Hikari bring to square off against the Olympic gold medalist and Shibata? As well as the Lucha Championship, where Spectre, he's going to face the only Lucha superstar that remains undefeated to this day. The protege of Jushin Thunder Liger, Liger Mask, will go one-on-one with Spectre for the Lucha Championship. As well as Ninjutsu, taking on his half-brother, his greatest rival, his nemesis. Ninjutsu and Dark Ninja will go one-on-one when we go big in Japan. And if that's not enough, then there's also the Texas Death Match, where there will be a four-way Hell in a Cell match. Devin Gabriel, Curve, Inferno, and the man you see before you, the Emo Prince Christopher Cameron, will square off inside the Hell in the Cell. As well as Damian Rodriguez, finally squaring off against the Monster Perez. The Monster Perez will finally get his hands on the leader of El Sindicato, Damian Rodriguez, next week. And don't forget the beginning of the Ladies World Championship Tournament, as well as the Ladies Tag Team Championship Unification, where Princess Kong and Narasha, they're going to square off against Cutie Pie and her mystery associate and Two Clowns. All this and more here to come from the IWF. We'll have to see what happens with Christopher Cameron on the next episode.